This is TWiT.
HTC this morning announced a new Windows phone. It's called the HTC One M8 for Windows. And here to tell us all about it is Mashable tech editor Pete Paschal. Welcome, Pete.
What's up?
How you doing? We got a lot of news today, and you got a lot of hardware in hand. So let's just jump right into this story. This is a rumored device, and it's probably pretty good news. How similar is this phone to the Android HTC One M8?
On the outside, completely similar. I actually have both models here. You can maybe see it's like, okay, this is the Windows one and this is the Android one. And you can see there's just that little Windows Phone logo that sort of betrays what's on this one.
I assume that the Windows one is heavier because there's more software inside?
Exactly. No, they feel exactly the same. You know, and if you flip them around, there you go. Now that you can tell which one is which. This is obviously the new guy. It's pretty cool. I mean, you know, the HTC One M8, that's this year's model, was very well received as an Android phone, and the idea is to get that sort of special sauce to play up the Windows Phone platform a little bit. And they've done a good job in sort of translating a lot of the features that are sort of signature on the HTC One for Android. There's a camera that has the two parts to it. So it's the duo camera. That top sensor there records depth information. And by doing that, you can do cool things like you can take a photo and refocus it after the fact, kind of like a Lytro image. And it does a really good job of it because it's not just using software. It's actually using optical information too. There's the IR port still built into the power button on the top. Windows Phone actually doesn't support that kind of stuff, sort of just for any developer who wants to do it. So HTC had to work pretty closely with Microsoft to make sure that their TV app, which they've reimagined for Windows Phone, still works on this model. It also has Blink Feed, which is the sort of snackable data that you get. I haven't actually set mine up. I've actually just come back from the event with this phone. But it works also on the Windows Phone version. It's just, it used to be you would sweep. Here's my home screen on the other one. You sweep this way, and there's Blink Feed. You can't swipe on the Windows Phone version. It's just sort of relegated to an app. So they've done a good job of translating that sort of HTC One magic over, plus adding some cool Microsoft features. Here's Cortana.
Yeah, I was going to ask, in terms of adding those quote-unquote cool features, is there anything new that HTC has introduced here? Like, for the first time, certain software that they've written, is it first on Windows and then they'll bring it to Android? Or is it more a case of a lot of the Android features they've already developed coming over to Windows?
Yeah, they're not messing with success. There's not really a new signature HTC thing that they're doing specifically for Windows, because a lot of that stuff was kind of built into HTC Sense, their skin for Android. So it's really like, to reverse engineer that is kind of a big deal. Some of the stuff works a little differently. So if you say go into the camera, so here's the HTC camera, la la la. And if you go into this, so, okay, you see there on the camera where you pick your different cameras, there's one called Lenses, and that's part of the Windows Phone software. Lenses aren't like physical lenses. Those are apps that will actually work with the camera app that you can call up, like an Instagram or a Pixlr, and they'll just appear in that list of lenses when you call up the camera. It is in the Android version, but that's sort of inherent to Windows Phone. And, you know, it can be pretty cool if you like to experiment with different kinds of apps and photo features.
Now, the Wall Street Journal's Joanna Stern called this yet another great phone you won't buy. And that's kind of looking at it from the perspective of market share. Of course, Windows Phone has a very small market share. But for the Windows Phone fans out there, of which there are a few million, this is big news because this is the first non-Nokia phone to come out on the Windows Phone platform in quite a while. And this is a great phone. People love this phone. Do you think this is going to change people's minds to convert over to Windows Phone? People maybe who are fed up with iOS or something like that and don't want to go to Android, or do you think this is just going to be something, a new way to divide up the already small Windows Phone pie?
No, I think it's going to convince some people. The HTC One is a very good phone. It's well received. I think it got really great reviews from pretty much everybody, including me. Some of those features are, well, actually, my favorite feature on the HTC One isn't on Windows Phone, which is actually the Zoe camera, which works to create highlight videos of everything you're photographing. So if you take a bunch of photos and videos around an event, it'll automatically create a highlight video with all that stuff. That's actually not on the Windows Phone version, which is a shame. But that's not, the HTC One M8 doesn't live and die by that feature alone. This is a great phone. There's not a ton of great phablets on Windows Phone right now. There's the Nokia 1520 and I believe the 1320. And so this is offering like a flagship level phablet on Windows Phone to anyone who wants one. Then it doesn't have some of the design issues that the Nokia one has, where it's got that gloss finish. It's sometimes a little hard to hold. It's a little smaller than that phone. So I think this has the potential to win some people over onto the Windows Phone side. I don't think it's just going to be Windows Phone fans. I think you're going to see people like, oh wow, that's actually a great phone. For whatever reason, Windows Phone. I'm giving Windows Phone a look because this phone actually has what I need, particularly if it's phablet size. That could mean better traction overseas. Of course, they haven't announced overseas launches yet, but I think we can be pretty confident that that's coming in the near future.
Hey, Pete, what about pricing and availability on this?
Yeah, as I said, it's only in the U.S. They're launching in the U.S. and it's exclusive on Verizon. So, fortunately, the out of the gate price is pretty good. It's $99.99, so $100 with a 2-year contract. And of course, you can also buy it on one of the contract-free plans that all the carriers offer now, Verizon Edge, which I believe it's in the neighborhood of $20 to $25. I'm not exactly sure, but the Verizon exclusivity will certainly hurt this phone a bit out of the gate. Because, obviously you want it on all the carriers if you really want to get that traction. But Verizon was recently rated as one of the best carriers out there, and they're certainly a behemoth. So, as carriers go, if you had to go with one, they did okay.